Hi future esties, and welcome to my channel. I am Monica, licensed esthetician and aesthetics instructor and mentor, and today I want to help you crush your North Carolina State Board practical examination by breaking down 10 mistakes that could cost you getting your license. Yep, let's get all the way real, okay? If this is something that you're interested in hearing, come on in, grab a snack, grab a notepad, grab a pen, and let's get into it. Mistake number one that could cost you your practical exam is poor sanitation. So failure to disinfect your hands and your workspace. So at the start of the exam, if you skip over sanitizing your hands, sis, you already lost some points, okay? And we don't want you to lose points. At the start of every procedure and the end of every procedure, you want to make sure you are visibly sanitizing your hands, okay? I always recommend getting a sanitizer that has a pump on it. The reason I recommend a pump is because it's a lot more convenient than having one with a flip cap, because you have to pick it up with your gloved hands, of course, open it, use it, and you have to make sure that the cap is closed, because that could cost you points as well. Whereas with this bottle, you can just have it sitting on the table. You can use one hand to pump, one hand to receive, and keep going. It's way more convenient to have a pump, so I recommend you getting a pump sanitizer. Also, you can never over sanitize, okay? If you feel the need to sanitize, then I would sanitize. All right, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to sanitizing your hands. Also, at the beginning of the exam, before you set anything up, and also in between clients when you are instructed to break down, you want to make sure that you are disinfecting your workstation. And when you disinfect your workstation, you want to make sure that you have gloves on anytime you are handling a disinfectant. The gloves that you wear while you are disinfecting have to come off. You have to sanitize, you have to put on a new set of gloves, and the new set of gloves is what you use to set up for the client. It has to be separate gloves, just as you would do in real life with a live client. Mistake number two that could cost you your practical exam is unlabeled products. All products, from your facial to your hair removal, must have a label on it. Whether you purchase the actual product from the store that already has the label on it, or if you decide to make your own products and put a label on it, it just must be visibly labeled so that if they walk up to you, they know exactly what it is that you are using. Also, your bags that are expected to be labeled must be visibly labeled, and your first aid kit. Now, when it comes to labeling, your sanitizer and your disinfectant must come in their original packaging with the manufacturer's label on it. You cannot makeshift these two products specifically. They have to be the original products purchased from the store. As long as everything is labeled and it is visible, you should be fine when it comes to labeling. Mistake number three is not wearing gloves. That is a sanitation violation that could cause you to fail your practical examination. You are expected to wear gloves anytime you are touching a client's face, okay? I know that a lot of times when estheticians are out in the field and they're doing services, sometimes they do not wear gloves. That is by their choice once they have received their license. But during the examination, you are expected to wear gloves throughout the entire examination, as long as you are dealing with a client. Mistake number four that could cost you your practical exam is cross-contamination. So that means laying used products or tools back on to a clean station. Anytime you use something, you want to make sure that you immediately put it where it's supposed to go, in one of your 3 labeled bags: trash, items to be disinfected, or soiled linen. Another thing that could cost you your exam is cross-contamination. You never want to use a applicator and go back into a product with that same applicator. You always want to have a fresh applicator if you want to go back into a product. Also, during the hair removal section, we all know that we do not double dip. Okay, so as you use each of your disposables, you want to make sure that you go ahead and dispose of it in its respective bag so as to avoid any cross-contamination at any point throughout the examination. And you also want to make sure that you are not using your fingers to apply a product. Girl, no, don't do that. Mistake number 5 that could cost you your practical exam is a disorganized or incomplete kit. You want to be able to get to your items quickly, because if not, it will slow you down, and we know that this is a timed examination. Also, you want to make sure that you are packing smart, that everything is labeled and organized. It would be detrimental if you were to forget something important like gloves, disinfectant, sanitizer, or even your trash bag. That could cost you your exam. If you are struggling with exactly how your kit should be packed, I have a resource that is available, and it breaks down the entire kit pack. And it has a checklist. It also has visuals to help you feel confident for the exam day. If you're interested in it, it is linked down below in the description. Also, before we get into mistake number 6, make sure you like the video, and if you like this content and you want to see future content on Aesthetics State Board, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, comment down below and let me know some things that you would like me to talk about in the future, or other videos that you're interested in me making. And let's get into number 6. Mistake number 6 that could cost you your practical exam is not listening to the verbal instructions. This is a performance exam, and in order to perform well, you have to what? Listen well. You have to listen to what the proctor says. They will read the verbal instructions twice, but you have to listen. As an instructor, I can tell you that I've witnessed it countless times. It's just students just not listening to what they're being told to do at that time. And I understand that sometimes your ears kind of shut off when your nerves kick in. But during your practical exam, you have to make sure that you are very, very focused on what they're saying so that you are delivering what they are asking of you. Mistake number 7 that could cost you your practical examination is wrong techniques. Now, whether that is massage, draping, or waxing, you are to do as you were taught and as the board expects, not what you want to do, not your own technique, okay? Once you get your license, then you are free to change things, but for the examination, you want to make sure that you do it as you were taught. Mistake number 8 that could cost you your practical exam is time management. You can't have poor time management. Before you take your exam, it is best that you practice with a timer, because each section has an allotted time. Once that time runs out and the timer goes off, you will be expected to stop wherever you are in your procedure. So it's best to get you a timer set up as if it is the state board. Set the timer for the allotted time that you will actually have for that section, and practice your time management for each section. Mistake number 9 that could cost you your practical exam is improper disposal. So not disposing of your items into the proper bags, which are your soiled linen, items to be disinfected, and your trash, or either not disposing of them at all. When you are done with a section and you step back, there should not be any items to be disinfected or disposables or soiled linen or any of the sort on your actual station. I like to tell my students that once you pick something up and you use it, you need to go ahead and place it into its proper bag and never put it back on the table, unless it is something that you need to reuse another time, maybe in another section, or maybe like a toner or a water bottle or something that you will need to use again. If it is something that you know you will not need to use again, it never needs to return to your workspace. It needs to go immediately into the proper bag. Mistake 10 that could cost you your practical exam is, drum roll please, letting your nerves take over. I know. I'm gonna hold your hand right now. You got this, okay? The best way to build confidence is to keep practicing until it becomes muscle memory. I need you to visualize yourself successful and that you are already licensed when you walk into the exam room, because you got this. You got it. I have witnessed many students know exactly what it is that they're supposed to do, walk into the exam, and be influenced by someone nearby and look at what they're doing and change what they know they're supposed to do and follow someone else. And now guess what? Both of them wrong. I need you to have tunnel vision when you walk in. I need you to be confident in what you were taught and know that you have this, okay? So those are 10 mistakes to avoid in order for you to be successful in your North Carolina aesthetics practical examination. If you found this video helpful, I hope that you will subscribe, come back for more of these amazing videos, like it also, and comment down below and let me know what was most helpful to you. Also, don't forget to check out my state board packing resource that is listed in the description box. Also, check out my other state board videos that I have here on the channel and my other socials for more content. Until next time, I hope you'll be back. I will see you then. Bye.